Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and this is the second battle from the first one that I uploaded before this one. It retains most of the same players that were in the first battle, I believe, and it was also pretty fun and pretty epic, so I'm going to upload both of them today. So hopefully you enjoyed the first battle. Let's look at the army comps of the second battle and then get started. So I kind of changed it up a bit. Instead of the Empire, I'm going to play as the Dwarves. And the Chaos and Beastmen for my allies still holds. And Bretonia still holds on that side, and the Vampire counts as well. But there was a little bit of a switch from the Greenskins to the Empire. So the Empire is now on the enemy side, and I am playing as the Dwarves. So let's get started taking a look at my army first. So I've got 3 units of Dwarf Warriors in the front. And I've got 4 units of Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, so 2 on either flank. And I have 3 units of cannon, just a really basic arty piece. And I've got 3 units of Thunderers, 4 units of Longbeards, and I've got Ungrim Iron Fist. I know that he's the cheapest lord that the dwarves can bring, but, like, come on. Look, he's got a dragon cape. Like, how cool is that? Looking at the Chaos Army, I think it's pretty close to the same as what was brought last time. So he's got some Chaos Marauders here. He's got some Chaos Warriors with great weapons, Chaos Warriors with halberds. Got a Archeon the Ever-Chosen, Exalted Hero, Horseman, Marauder Horseman with throwing axes. He's got some Warhounds, Chaos Sorcerer of Death, Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows, and 3 Aspiring Champions. So I think that's pretty close to what was brought in the last battle. But hey, if it works for you, why change it, right? And I think the Beastmen, it was pretty close to the same as well. So he's got 3 units of Ungor Spearman Herd, and he's got 3 units of Ungor Raiders. He switched his general from... who did he have last time? Oh, Kazrak the One-Eye. Yeah, so he changed it from Kazrak the One-Eye to Morgur the Shadowgrave. And looks like he's got 2 units of Chaos Spawn, just like last time, and 2 units of Bestigor Herd on the flanks. So taking a look at the Bretonian player. He's got some Grail Knights, some Knights Errant, and looks like 2 units of each one. And he's got some Battle Pilgrims, Men-at-Arms times 3. 2 regular Men-at-Arms and 3 Spearmen-at-Arms. And he's got 3 units of Peasant Bowmen. King Lewin Leonker is the general joining the battle this time. He left his army to just a regular lord, and they all got slaughtered, so now he's here to see it done properly today. And there's a Trebuchet as well. Looking at the center with the Empire player, he's got 3 units of crossbowmen, 2 units of halberdiers, actually 3 units of halberdiers, 3 units of great swords, 4 units of great swords, Hellblaster volley gun, Demigriff knights with halberds, and Karl Franz. And the Vampire counts, they've got some skeleton spearmen. Looks like he's got four skeleton warriors in the front. He's got some more spearmen on the side. We've got some Graveguard with great weapons, and 3 units of Graveguard, 2 units of Graveguard with great weapons. And there's some Crypt Ghouls, some Karen Race. Got Manfred von Karstein and some Vargeist. Looks like he's got, I believe, 2 units? No, this is just a Fellbat unit. So yeah, alright, let's zoom back towards my end. And let's get started. I love the Dwarves. Definitely my favorite faction in the game, but I do upload with them a lot, so I don't want to fill my entire Warhammer content with just dwarf gameplay, but they're just so epic. Like, so heavily armored. Their Thunderers are unparalleled. But I'm just unleashing hell with my cannons into the Empire player. You can see that he's very clumped up. He took quite a close-knit deployment. Maybe he didn't expect the enemies to bring artillery, but yeah, just shredding his troops over here. And he is going to try and move them out of range, which is smart. Ooh. I am targeting the Hellstorm rocket battery because I do want to take that out. Well, it's the Hellstorm volley gun, not the Hellstorm rocket battery. My bad. But yeah, he is rushing to get out of range of my cannons. And I think that it was a good idea for him to get out of range, but you'll see what happens here that I think gives us quite an edge. Because I just don't want to ruin it. You'll see. I'm sure you may already see. But the cannons actually have some really decent range. And you can see the Bretonnian player. He's got his trebuchet kind of firing into my men, so tit for tat type of thing. Come on, fire that at my men. Get some kills on little stumpy people. Alright, so yeah, he's tried to get out of range, but look at the mistake that he's made. And I'm sure you guys can tell. He's moved completely back, and he's left this Bretonnian player high and dry. Which, I get it, like, when you're outgunned, you don't want to allow your troops to just get slaughtered. But when I'm in a situation where I'm outgunned or I'm outclassed, I bring the fight to them as quickly as possible. Because look how far back he deploys. Way far back. And you can see that the vampire counts are over here, but they're pretty far away too. This Bretonnian player is right close. And I've actually, I've turned my cannons to actually target this long line here to see if I can get some decent shots. Ooh. Just cutting into those peasants. Oh. Yeah, not a good time to be a Bretonnian right now. Yeah, you can see that the Beastmen, they're going to be the first ones to engage because the Bretonnian player is pushing forwards. I've got 2 of my cannons firing on the Bretonnians, and I've got 1 that will be keeping the Empire player back. And I'm shifting a lot of my forces over to here because we're just going to 2v1 the Bretonnian player. Come on, Razorgore Chariot, get a nice charge into these units. Oh no, you're not even going to. Yeah, get out of there. Yeah, good call there. I think he's going to try to go around and get at the bowmen, but the Grail Knights are defending, or sorry, the Knights Errant. Yeah, you can see that the Empire player is far, far back out of the way. And we can just kind of encircle around the Bretonnian player. He's sending a lot of his troops in at one time. What do we got for numbers up here? So they actually started with over 1,000 more men than us. They actually still have 1,000 more men than us. But yeah, the Bretonnian player is taking heavy casualties. And the Empire player realizes his error and he is rushing forwards, but I think at this point it's too late. And the Vampire Counts player waited a little bit too long to attack. So you can see that the Chaos Warrior player, he's just going to pull back and kind of encircle my cannons. But yeah, the Bretonnians are having a really tough time. To be honest, if I was the Bretonnian player and I saw the Empire player pulling back and the Vampire Count player was not going in, I would have pulled back as well. Because now he's just getting chewed up by these Chaos Spawn. Where we got these Grail Knights coming in. Or they're getting a charge off on those archers, I think. He's trying to curl around. Yeah, I got a lot of good flanking fire into the spearmen, so they're pretty much broken. And now I'm, as you can see the deployment, I'm repositioning in this little V shape to ready myself for the Empire forces coming forwards. All of my cannons have refocused, and they are going to be firing into the Empire troops. They are pretty clumped up, so it's going to be some good shots for us. Oh. Oh, that unit is pretty much just wiped out. Greatswords are very expensive, too, so it's definitely not a unit that you just want to throw away. How are we looking over at the vampire count side? Yeah, pretty much not engaged. I threw 2 units of my Dwarf Warriors with great weapons in here, but I am perfectly happy to allow them to die, because they're only 500 gold each, so if that's going to delay the vampires by just having these 2 units, then that's totally fine with me. The rest of the vampire force is kind of moving forwards. Chaos Warriors, they're kind of, you know, setting up their battle line. And here comes the Empire. We've kind of left the Beastman player to just finish off the Bretonnians. And we're just going to take care of the Empire here. Karl Franz, he does actually go for my cannons, but I quickly turn my Thunderers and fire at him. Yeah, you can see all of my units of Thunderers repositioning here. Yeah, and they're doing some good damage on him. But he is destroying my cannon crew. Just a little bit annoying, but what can you do? You can see my Dwarven Warriors with great weapons. They do have armor, but they're taking quite a bit of damage from the archers. But really, all I want for them is just to get around the flanks and to attack the great swords in the rear. Yeah, and the great swords are they want to get out of there. Oh. So yeah, look at that. Just like that, the Empire player's pretty much broken. Karl Franz just managing to hang on there. But a lot of my infantry is just coming forwards to lock down the rest of the Empire troops. And looking over here, the Chaos Warriors, they are still holding. And it looks like the first Vampire Counts clash is going to happen right here. Nice. The Chaos Warriors do look pretty epic. We got a lot of the skeletons kind of running down my retreating troops, but they held long enough. We've pretty much got the battle in our favor now, and we have 2,500 and they have 2,000, so it's looking good for us. Manfred was coming for my cannons, but I'm firing at him with my Thunderers just to kind of keep him out of it. I really don't want him in the battle at this point. Oh, but he does get a spell off of my cannon crew. Let's see these Chaos Warriors with great weapons here. Yeah, the cannons are focusing other units that are being held in reserve, so the Vampire Counts player's quickly trying to get them into melee. Oh, and is that Manfred dead? No, he's still hanging on. How much health does he have left? Still a decent amount. Oh, he's trying to get out of there. Woo. Cannonball right past my head there. Kyle Franz is still alive as well. But the Beastman player is flooding down the hill. He's going to kind of take care of the rest of the Empire player. And I'm just moving forwards. I'm going to start flanking around the Vampire counts on this side. Sorry if I'm moving the camera around too much, but like I said, these Warhammer battles are so fast, and I just want to cover everything for you guys that happen. But here we go. On the last bit of the battle, this is pretty much where it ends, so we'll just kind of hover around here a little bit. You can see Manfred really bloody in the distance there. There you go, you can see my dwarves running around from the edge, and a lot of the spearmen are crumbling at this point. So the battle was just all over. Really crazy battle. Oh, and the Thunderers, I think they are going to slay Manfred here. He's got to be so weak. Yeah, he's getting out of there. Good call. But yeah, pretty much all of his army is crumbling here. Cairnraith's critical binding. Apparently they're frightened by the enemy unit. We got some Minotaurs over there as well. Oh, I think I accidentally... Oh, did I kill one? Oh, but it's alright. The Crypt Ghouls actually crumbled anyways. And there's the battle. Very epic battle. You can see all the dwarves and Chaos Warriors cheering. The Beastmen, they just slaughtered so many retreating units. It's not even funny. So let's take a look at the results before we end the battle. So yeah, Ghetto and Mon 573 are both players from the previous battle, and Dargo the Infinite. I think actually it's all from the last battle. So thanks very much, guys, for joining me in 2 battles. So taking a look at my results, these Dwarven Warriors doing quite well. Pretty much all around doing well. Look at this cannon, though. 372, 250, 232. That's crazy. And Ghetto, doing quite well. Some of his great weapons doing pretty well. That's actually really good. 151 and 110. 175 by these Chaos Warhounds. Well done. And Beastman player... Yeah, look at that. 228 with his Bestigor Herd, 139 with the Razorgore Chariot, and doing well with this Chaos Spawn as well. Looking at the enemies, Dargo the Infinite, really suffering. Unfortunately, I kind of picked him apart with my artillery, but his Demigryph Knight's getting 100 kills, so that's quite good. And Cold One with the boys as Bertoni again. I think he did better in this battle than last battle. His Knight's getting quite a few kills. His archers at least getting some kills this time, but the infantry, again, really that's not his fault. They just are so pitiful. And the Vampire Counts player also doing pretty well, I would say. Just the biggest mistake is that they didn't attack together. They should have just pulled back together or attacked together. But all in all, a very fun battle. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Whoops. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me on my channel. Already 82 subscribers. I am so psyched for 100. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Warhammer content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.